Does everybody have goals?
Yeah.
2018, you got an our mission statement. Our mission statement is we're going to help 100 families make $1,000 a month. And I'm going to show you how. Is anyone right now currently making $1,000 residual income from anything? Perfect.
We got a new rank up today.
Awesome.
Give it up for Ty guys who just hit platinum 1,000.
Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome. All right. So that's the goal we're talking about tonight. Is everybody focused in on Platinum 1000?
Yes, sir.
Because when we're going to go over the how, but when you get excited about your new life, because who had a shitty 2017? Is anybody in this room just say, that's you? All right, so we're here to have the best 2018 ever in life. Who's with that?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so this is what we do. The goal is we need to have 10 Platinum 1000. Everybody say under me.
Under me.
This is very important for everybody to know. Now, if you don't want to make $10,000 a month residual income in the next 60 days, you can leave. That's all we're talking about right now. Is that okay? If you don't understand, just say, I don't understand. So we can make sure you understand. Is that okay? Because everybody's goal is what?
1,060
How many?
10 in 60 days.
Right, but first, you must lead the way. Did everybody see that? So how many contacts do you have in your phone right now? Somebody pull it out. This is a conversation. I'm going to help someone in this room.
23.
Go to Chairman 10. How many? 20, 30?
I'm not a social person.
Oh, like, that's it? Oh. 340. Now everybody do this test, y'all. That's if you're in it. If you don't care, I don't care either.
1,015.
But I'm going to help Chicago have 10 Chairman 10s. Are they in this room? Indiana starts in here.
Yeah.
It starts right now. Because if you don't bring the juice, the people won't be able to drink. They won't be able to drink. So 340, right? Does anybody have more than that in their phone?
492.
492. Is anyone excited?
Yeah.
You are? 5 months ago, I was new. 5 months ago, I was new. But I had gold. So, anybody have more than that?
1,013.
There we go.
013. 013. 1013. Yep.
Does anybody have more than that?
3418. It's ridiculous. I know. Don't look at me crazy. The numbers. That's what it's saying. It's the data.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
She's the winner.
All right. So these are my leaders. And remember who you are. Everybody who gave you their number. You're my what?
Leaders.
All right, that's all. So, who has... I don't know, man. We might have to give away some cash, too. And you know what? I remember our bet, too. Was anybody else at that house? In Atlanta? Do you remember what our bet was? What was it?
Anyone who comes, who makes platinum 1,000, by the time you get here, you can pin somebody's bill.
How many people did it?
Shot too.
Shot. He didn't, I don't think I met Milton. He wasn't at the house. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. I gotta pay y'all bills. That's a great accomplishment. So, how many days ago was that? Was y'all in Atlanta?
The 8th.
The 8th of what?
January.
So how many days was that?
25 days ago.
So everybody, in the next 25 days, it's possible to do what?
1,000.
Right? And we're talking 60 days to go what?
17.
Who's with me? So this is the formula. Who has less than 100 contacts in their phone? I'll give you the formula. No one has less than 100.
Really got 23.
Y'all not gonna talk? All right. Well, let me ask everybody this. Divide this by 30 days. I'm gonna give you your job task. I'm gonna give you your job task. Because most people are not used to being business owners. So I've come to find out after training people to become entrepreneurs that the human brain just learns a certain way, right? Because I've helped 43 people now make 6 figures in 9 years from the internet. Usually I don't even see them in person, right? So this formula works, and I'm going to teach it to you. So who was my number 23 person? What is the math? Because write this down, success is math. What you lack in skill, you can make up in what?
Numbers.
So if you do the math, no matter if you ever become a T. Smith, a Ty, you could be a complete introvert and still make $1 million without talking to anybody. Who would like making a silent million? And for the leaders in the room, every key that you hear, write that down. Because that's the language you're spitting to your marketplace. That is a valuable point. So don't ever forget when you're talking to someone in the presentation to mention what?
A key.
Who heard that key that was dropped up?
What you lack in skill, you can make it.
All right, y'all asleep. All right, so what's the data? So divided by 30 days, what's the number?
0.7.
0.7. That's how many people you got to reach out to every day for the next 30 days. And what do you reach out to these people over these next days? This is all you do. Everybody say form.
Form.
This is it. All right. So where my 340 player at? 11.3. This is your job tax. Where's my 492?
16.4.
16.4. Where's my 1,000?
33.7.
33.7.
114.
How many?
114.
114. 14. Okay. All right. So that's your job, right? And when you go through 100 names because you're excited. How many names? 100. From A to Z. Now, the reason why you cannot judge, Bishop, because the ones you think will, they will not join your business. Okay? Y'all okay?
Yeah.
So your mom, your dad, your friends, if you were supposed to make $1 million with them, you would have already done it. And the reason why you can't have no emotion, no what?
Emotion.
This is serious. Because the people you care about, only 10% of them is going to cry at your funeral.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Only 10% of everyone you know is going to cry at your funeral. So that means, why are you depending on someone else for you to give yourself permission to go get this money? You have to share it with everyone so you don't miss anybody. And this is what you share. It actually brings people together. The form is family. So when I'm going to text 11 people a day, I'm going to say, hey, what's your name? Berlin. You look awesome. How's the family? That's awesome. You got any kids?
No.
That's what's up. What do you do for a living?
Work at home.
Awesome. Do you like it?
No.
You get discounts?
10%.
Could I get some discounts on some shoes?
You know, but I don't.
Oh, so you can't share the discount? Dang. Well, what do you do for fun?
Go to school.
You like it?
It's okay.
What you study?
Business.
Really? Does the person that's teaching you business own a business?
No.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Well, what are you doing to invest your money that you make at the mall?
Try to make a living with it.
You invested back into school? Oh. Awesome. That's the first part that you have to be able to do.
Chad, I'm sorry, what is the M word on that side next to invest?
That's money.
Yeah. No, not the M for form. I'm saying, what did you write down under, it says school in the middle and then mall. Oh, okay. I couldn't hear it.
I suggest you keep a log. You want to keep a log. Because until you can remember this, right, while people are talking, you need to take notes when you're on the phone with people. So you don't forget the what?
Form.
Is everybody clear? I'm going slow so you can catch this. I'm going to try to compress 5 years in the 60 days. This is serious. If somebody 60 days from today is going to be a chairman 10. Who is that person? I don't even believe. Since you don't believe, I need you to borrow my belief. I believe it. Because we just seen it happen. Okay? This is the math. Okay? Out of 100 people, 100 conversations. Everybody say conversation. Conversation. See, this is where it gets good. A couple things you have to know. It's very important. You have to act like you what?
Care.
No one cares about what you have to say if they don't believe you care about it.
Say that again.
Okay? So yes, you're going to make money, but your why has to be bigger than money. Okay? Because the time you don't make money, I'm talking to my traders, you'll be out. So it has to be bigger than money. Because when you start businesses, you lose a little up front. The best thing about what we have going on here in Trade Nation is we have a proven formula. The 21-day formula for leaders. How many days?
21
days. If you don't follow it, you're not following the what? Formula. And it's cool because you can do your own thing. We're just telling you we have a formula in place. I'm not special. You know, I only hit Chairman 10 in 19 days. Okay? And what I did was copy the formula. And I gave it to a couple people and they did it too. Is that person in here?
Yeah.
Who is that person? Who is that, you? So you believe you're going to hit Chairman 10, you got to care about the person. Outcome, write that down, outcome. You don't have to care about, you know, everything about them, okay? We're not telling you to be too friendly, right? But their outcome, meaning if they're kind of slow and don't really want to invest their last, don't force them. Because this is a business for the person who's ready. You want to save relationships. All right? We are not network marketers. We are what? Investors. We're not thirsty for a sign-up. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Your posture is going to be everything. This product is undeniable. So care about the person. The next thing you want to do is relate. This is the important part. And through the form, you got to find some way to relate. Does this make sense? So this person makes money at the mall. What's the way you can relate to that?
Shop.
I love to shop. Man, who loves to shop? Relate. Y'all with me? Who caught that? Now, this is the most important part. Does anybody have it for you? Tonality. You're having a conversation with how many people?
100.
Now, why in the hell would you do something as crazy as that? Talk to me. Why y'all doing it? Why are you in this business?
Me,
Yes, sir.
create financial and generational wealth.
Okay. Everybody says that, right? Why are you in this business? Who's in this business? Well, you're selling. Why are you in this business? Give back. Okay. Everybody says that, right? Give back what? Why are you in this business? Who's in this business? Why are you in this business?
I want to teach financial literacy.
You want to teach. Awesome. Financial literacy. Why are you in this business?
To feed my family and take care of them.
How much does that cost?
It costs a lot because it's a
You see what I'm
lifetime.
saying? You see what I'm saying? Do you really know how much your mom's house costs? Because when you're very detailed about your wife, that's only when you just can't say that, whatever they just said. Everything has a number. Who still has their mom? You gotta know her number. How much does it take to retire mom? Write that down on your goal list. Because whatever she's making a week, that's why you need to go chairman what?
1,000.
Because an extra $2,500 a week, who would that help our mom? Seriously, in this room, would that help our mom? So you're not doing this for you. You're doing this for who? If you mean it, hey, your why is your why, right? If you're not doing it for your mom, you're not doing it for your mom. But you gotta be detailed. Because most people say, I'm doing this to make $1 million, right? Some people. Is there anyone in this room? Okay. 3 people said yes. So you gotta know the number, that's what I'm just saying. And we have a what day formula?
21 days.
So whoever you join with, make sure you get that formula. Tonality. If the person is soft toned, don't be so loud. Because they can be intimidated by you. Okay, if the person is loud, kind of get excited with them. Because if you don't, they will join someone who will. And as long as you know, you can make the adjustments. So everybody write that down. To go from 0 to hero in 60 days is slight adjustments. It's not hard. So y'all are gonna say, some of you in this room are gonna say, yo, this is hard, yo. And then I'm just gonna tell you, do you really wanna make 10 grand a month in your sleep? Because what are we comparing hard to? Write that down. What are we comparing hard to? This is very important. This is very important. What's hard to you, bro? Living check to check. Write this down, please. Listen, it's going to make sense at the end. Because guess what? These 100 people you got to talk to, this is what they're comparing it to. So you must know what to rebuttal with. Just listen. Because if you had a rebuttal, it's going to be rare. It's going to be very rare you get a what? A no. Who's listening? If you had rebuttals, it'll be very rare you get a what? No. The last thing is you got to keep the numbers. You got to keep the numbers. Because at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night and you claim you're an entrepreneur, right? And you kept the what? And it wasn't your job. You go to sleep and you have to tell yourself, I failed today. I let my why down. Some successful people who make 6 figures in a day, because I showed somebody, right? Right? They lie to themselves. Because what you're going to do here is you're actually now a 1099 person now. Give yourself a round of applause. Right? But you're coming from who?
W2.
So that mindset to go from quantum leap in 60 days is only possible if you believe. Some of you are here right now saying this is complete bullshit. Some of you in this room are saying this is complete bullshit. But some of you in this room is listening and you're going to win. Because the W2 world has you stuck who you really are. So this is the opportunity where you can actually be yourself and get paid. Who's interested in that? Just be whoever you are and make $100,000 a month. Who's interested in that? This is serious. So this shift takes more than 62 days. This making sense? So it only can happen if you what?
Believe.
Does anyone have a voice? Does that mean you don't believe if you don't speak? I'm just trying to have a conversation with everybody. So, okay, cool. So y'all just not gonna talk, y'all speak. That's cool. So that's really it, y'all. That's really it. You have 100 conversations. You have to care, relate, tonality. And the key is 3 ways until you're confident enough to close. Until you're confident enough to close yourself. Right? So if we were to talk about close, the best closers has gathered the data early by remembering the form. All we're doing is collecting decisions. It's okay if someone tells you no. Everybody's not meant to do this. Y'all with me? Everyone's not meant to do this. So don't get emotional over a no. They're not telling you no, they're telling the opportunity no. And the reason why some people don't hit chairman 10 in 60 days is because they have to get over the emotional no.
Yes.
Leaders, are you listening? You're going to face this. Some of you are probably needing to hear this. But no builds your character. Yes is build your bank account.
Amazing key.
No, figure out a way to just swag it off. Everybody say swag it off.
Swag it off.
Because it has nothing to do with you. That's all. But if you get good by 2020, you'll be able to charge them $600 an hour to learn from you. So write that down. This is a career. You're getting on a discount for $145 a month. But people pay $10,000 to learn how to grow into a $100,000 account. Who would pay 10 to get 100 back? Leverage. Everybody make sure you write this down. A good closer always knows what his leverage is. And you can always leverage the team's growth. You can always leverage someone else's success story. Who has a trading success story they'd like to share? Something good that happened to them. Sure. Go ahead, sir.
I love sharing my trading success story. But just a little bit about myself, everybody. My name is Justin Jones. I've been in the academy for a while. I actually knew about trading prior to. But just to share a quick success story, I made $419 in less than 20 minutes. And I also want to share this story. I have a young lady who reached out to me on social media. She's actually in the room right now. She's 22 years old. And I would like her to tell you guys how much she made on her first day trade. Now you go ahead.
I made $512.20 on my first day trade.
Awesome.
How much? 500 bucks? $12. So that's everybody's goal, okay?
Had a great day.
$512 in one day, couple hours. Okay? It's been done. When you see it, it's your fault if you still don't believe it. Because in this game here, all you got to do is learn. Everybody can do it too. Who can learn? This is serious. Anyone else got a success story? Go ahead.
I got myself. I traded for my first time. Made about 200 trading for 5 minutes. Made 300 trading again. Then my biggest one, I made $1,000 trading in 3 hours. And not just me, myself, but one of my team members in Memphis, Tennessee. He wasn't even texting me back. He just texted me one day, "My bad, bro. I wasn't texting because I was cashing out." He cashed out $500, sent me his trades. Then another one of my friends, he joined the business. We was on the phone together at the time. He was trading. He said, "Bro, I just made $500 in 15 minutes." Yeah, we lit on the trade.
I joined the business in December 2nd, and I caught swipe trades. I paid the extra $15 to catch swipe trade. I flipped 500 to 8,000. So me and my wife had a great New Year's.
500, 8,000 right there.
Yeah. This is good to hear because you need these people's number. Let me show y'all before you keep hearing the success. You need these people's number. It's not on here. Make sure you get power. Come on, it has to be. This right here. Leverage. It's over here. That's important. Learning your leverage will make you money without you having to say, "I want to make money before I show somebody." Right. Who caught that? Yeah. There's someone in this room who is saying to themselves, "I have to wait on my millions until I master this thing." For you in the room, what I just said, leverage. Leverage someone else's success. All right. And it's your mindset. Listen, you were telling yourself people want to see me. Yeah. You're telling yourself that. So your story, you create your story. All right? So after 100 conversations, it's very important you tell yourself. Remember I told you, I lie to myself. I said, if I don't make this happen, my teeth is going to fall out by natural. Because y'all, this is important. We're going from a what mindset to what? So no one's going to force you to do this. You got to force what? Yourself. This is important. All right, does everybody have this? Yeah. And if you do this, you can be a chairman 10. Because if I move on, if I sign up these 5 people, I have this many opportunities to get 30. Who likes the numbers? Who likes the math? Who doesn't get what I just showed? Walked in late.
Got their list.
Right. So what's the most important thing over here?
Leverage.
Getting the list. Leaders, who heard that? That's the most important thing. Yes, ma'am.
So when you have your job, as to how many people you want to contact today based on how many contacts you have, that's how many people in your contact list you're contacting
Yes.
until you've completely gone through your whole list.
Yes, but most people will never go through their whole list. Okay? This is what you need to know. Who's going Chairman 10 in 60 days? This is a need to know, sir. 3 out of 10 will make it. Don't ever get mad at the numbers. Don't ever put 10 people in this business and say, you 7, why aren't you doing anything? That's the numbers. 7 people will just sit there and chill. All right? If you're worried about other people's success before you get your own, you will lose. The energy level it takes to do that, to motivate a dead person, is crazy. Have you ever tried to motivate a dead person? You're in Chicago. I know some of you seen dead bodies. If you tried to motivate a dead body, how long would you be there? Forever. What's easier, giving birth or waking up the dead? Right? So leave the 7 alone and work with who's working. Giving birth to someone who wants it is awesome. But waking up the dead will have you thinking this is hard. And you'll quit something that can get you wealthy in 4 years, you will quit and go back to what won't in 40 years. That's what most people will do. So what keeps you intact is your excitement. If you don't have excitement, be excited about someone else's results. Praise comes before the reward. And we're building a culture here in Chicago. A culture when you come through, you're excited about other people. You're celebrating T for hitting Platinum 1000. Can we give her another round of applause? Go, girl! Now, very quickly, because I don't have a lot of time with you, I'm teaching you everything in a couple of minutes. Some of you are not going to catch all of it. That's okay. Just keep showing up. You eventually will. Is that cool? Yeah. So if you're not a 90-day entrepreneur minimum, get your money back. You cannot say, I'm going to give this thing 30 days and give your job 30 years. You cannot do that to yourself. Or your what? Because you'll quit on yourself. That's why you got to attach this thing to something else. And if you refuse to do the numbers before you go to what? Sleep. You tell your why I let you down. Remember this. Because some of you are going to need motivation, and it should be your bank account. It should be your family. It should be the tree. Right? It should be something. But it cannot be only to make money. When people tell you, I want to join you to make money, make sure you tell them, switch their mind to learn first. This is very important. When they join you and they just throw and they go live immediately, they will blow their account and hate you forever. Tell them to start and demo. They will learn. Tell them to take their time. But get on it from day one. Not take your time learning, take your time going live. All right? But when they ask you, has someone made money fast, we have a success story over there, right? So we're going to leverage whose story? All right, cool. So does anybody have any questions before we out of here?
When you say live, what is it?
So live is real money. Demo is fake money. The company will actually front you some money so you can get the hang of the trades. So until you feel comfortable, you can stay in the demo. Yeah, play with the house money.
Okay.
And then when you understand what you're looking at, you can just hit live and you're just making money. Everybody got that one?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Any other questions before we erase this board?
I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
In the form, the R means what again?
Recreation.
Recreation.
Yeah, what do you do for fun, man? You look sharp.
For me?
Yeah.
I play pool, lift weights. I'm an artist too.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Guess what people's favorite subject is?
Themselves.
Write that down. Themselves. So even if you're not a recruiter, if you've mastered this form, you will get people talking more than you. Then you'll find yourself off the phone in 5 minutes. That's how you can get through your numbers. Please write that down. You cannot be on the phone with someone for 30 minutes. There's no way you could get through that many conversations in a day. You're always in a hurry. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like, when you say tone, like, a lot of people say he has a bill because they say I sound like a little kid. So, what could I do?
Get them talking more. Just ask more the right questions. But just try speaking up. If not, you know, that's like speech classes if you're trying to change your voice. Yeah. Me, you just be more silly, you know, have a fake voice, I guess. You know? But that's, you just gotta just keep talking to more people. They'll like your voice, somebody.
So you said don't hold. What do we do with it so we won't fail?
You said, I'm sorry, you said don't hold it?
Yeah, the last one. You said don't hold it when you just messed up before you go to bed. So it's like, what do you do? Just
reset your goal, just acknowledge the failure. Because listen, the reason why most people won't get it done in 60 days because they're afraid to fail. Okay, they're afraid to fail. This is the only industry besides baseball where you can fail 7 out of 10 times and still make a million. Because baseball got to only hit it 3 times. Meaning you can strike out 7, only hit it 3, you still got a check. Right? That's the same thing here. You have to have a baseball mentality. You're going to talk to 10 people, 7 of them is going to say screw you. But guess what? This is the easy part. They won't ever say that. They're not that mean. They're going to say, all right, I'll get back to you on payday, just don't pick up your phone call. You know, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. They're not going to say, yo, dog, you stupid idiot. It's very rare. It's very rare. Right? So if you can get over, this is the emotional part, right? If you can get over someone not holding their word, you're good. You're going to discover how many people don't keep their word. And that has nothing to do with you. And the reason why you won't make it to Chairman 10 in 60 days is if you take that personal. Because that's a learning curve you have to get over before it will happen. So if your learning curve is, okay, I get it, then you got it. But if you experience it and it hurts, write that failure there. Because you got to fail forward and faster. Any other questions? So when you look at me, Chairman 10 in 19 days, what you should be looking at is someone who's been hung up more than you. Not someone who's better than you. I've been lied to more than you. I've done more presentations than you. That's it. But success is math. So everyone can have this success right here. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Chad, so that initial phone call you had with the form, are we even mentioning the opportunity on this point, or are we just getting to know them, hanging up, and calling back again?
No, so on the form, that's a good question. So on the form you ask them, you know, how are you investing your money? And they should ask you. So let me just ask, how are you investing your money, man? Oh, that's perfect, man. Well, I got something that if you're actually open to growing your money, I need your opinion. If I share with you some information, would you look at it? Yeah, that's it. Or you can even lead in and say, have you heard of cryptocurrency? That is a hot topic in the world right now.
Say Bitcoin got all the attention.
This is important, y'all. Have you heard of it? Are you currently investing in it? They're going to say what? I need you to look at something. It's showing me how to invest money. That's it. And you gotta let the presentation be the presentation. Please listen to me, new people. The presentation has to be the presentation, or they will judge you. If you try to explain this, because you're what?
Excited.
Who's fired up, man? Yo. You see that, man? That's just changing your tone. So you determine the energy on the phone call. Who called that? Now this is the last thing. Try to learn how to trade in a good mood. Right? Now we're shifting gears real quick. For my traders, right? And sometimes you gotta have a certain outfit you wear. This is actually my trading outfit. I get in all black, got the scully, and I put my scully on. Can't even see me. Because you're going into war.
With the market.
All right? But it's so fun. It's so fun. But make sure you're in a good mood. Because how you learn information is how you tend to categorize it. Meaning, if you just got off work and you feel sad and you're bored, oh, let me try this trading shit. If you're sad and bored, you're gonna look at it like, man, what the right? This shit don't make no sense. So you gotta shift your attitude. You have to shift your excitement. Because I promise you this, everybody. When you turn $3,000 into $44,000 in 3 hours, like I just showed you, you have no boss. You don't care about what everyone is saying about you, because they're going to talk. But as they're talking, you just made their yearly salary 3 hours. That's the Henny. And that's what I mean. Be patient if you're going to be a trader. Be patient. You're going to figure out you got an attitude. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. And listen to this. It's okay if you lose, as long as you know how you lost. That's okay. If you lose and you don't know how you lost, that is a problem. Get back in demo. Take all your L's in demo. Lose the fake money. We're going to bring the 25-year veteran traders the next time we come. Because by then, y'all have been got in your account, you've been figured it out a little bit, you know, made some money like the queen back there, lost some money like the king right there, right, but made it right back. So you went through this. Then when we bring the big dogs in, y'all will have real questions. And he'll help you make money on the spot. We're going to live trade right in front of you. So I suggest you really focus on your academy. So when we get here and we're showing you how to do it, you can be typing it in as we're doing it. Make sense? Yes, sir.
Can you tell the team about what we about to launch Monday, the 40 days, 40 minutes?
Yeah, so the way we're going to help everybody go chairman who's interested, because remember, this is optional. You don't even have to participate in this part. Yes, sir.
No, I'm interested.
Okay, cool.
You had your hand up, brother. I'm right here with you.
Yeah, you can just be a trader and like make more money than these people. All right, these people got to learn all this crap. The people who want to help people and stuff, you can learn. You just chill out on this part, and you can just learn how the traders do. Make sense? Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
All the people who don't want to lead people to water and none of that good stuff, right? You can just be a trader. That's why this industry is powerful. 40 days, 40 nights is we are going to have a call for how many days?
40 days.
It's going to start at 12, 5, and 10 for the West Coast. And my leaders are going to dedicate time at these times every day for 40 days and 40 nights to close out your guests, answer all questions. So all you literally have to do is, you're interested in what I do? Awesome. Are you free at this time? Well, let me set you an appointment. Oh, you're not free. Well, what about 10 p.m.? Okay, perfect. I need you there. Limited seats. I need you there. I'll send you the link an hour before. Very strong word, Bishop. Can I count on you? Add that at the end of every invitation. It's not so tough and it's not so soft. That phrase right there. But it lets them know you mean business. Can I count on you to make it to this VIP call? I have 6- and 7-figure traders who's going to teach you how to grow money from your phone. Can I count on you to get on this call? Any other questions? Who's ready to take over their market, though? Like, I understand some people only want their 2 and free, right? That's cool. But who really wants to hit a rank in this company? Okay, perfect. Is there any questions for you overachievers? It's okay to be overachiever. Everybody's not going to go for $100,000. And then they, you have to leave. It's all good.
So 40 days, 40 nights, 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Is this when you're telling someone about investing, and then is these people available on the phone, or is that here in this building? Which one?
Yes, ma'am. That's actually a phone call. So that's going to be a conference call, a Zoom call. So we're going to send you a link. People just got to click on the link, and they'll see the person talking to them.
Oh, okay.
Or they can just call in and hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
There's also, for everybody who's new, we have a Trade Nation University. We have our own stuff. Because like I said, we have real traders on our team who's traded millions of dollars on Wall Street. And they teach us as your Trade Nation, right? So every single day, something is happening on the training side. So if you're plugged in, you have available training every single day from someone live. Every single day. Does anyone have our website?
TradeNationGlobal.com.
TradeNationGlobal.com. That's our website. Every single day.
So when is this 40 days, 40 nights going to start?
Monday.
Awesome.
All right. What time is it, T?
7:05.
7:05? Awesome. Who wants more? This is the hardest part of your journey. This is the hardest part of your journey. But this will make you wealthy. Who considers $60,000 a day wealthy? You can get more. You can get more. You can get more. I need y'all to think big right now. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
What's going to make you do all the boring stuff? Knowing you can get more. All right? Knowing it. Listen, y'all. You got to know it. $5.3 trillion industry. What the heck is $60,000 a day? What the heck is that? Someone say you can get more. Don't be greedy, you traders. Have a goal and get out when you hit it. Even if the trade is going right. If you hit your goal, if you hit your pips, get out. It's your fault if you're greedy. Are you with me? It's your fault. Don't blame us. It's your fault.
Yep.
How much does your friends make?
Average fly probably
I'm going to teach you the hardest part of this journey right now. Because success is what?
Math.
Math. Somebody catch that. Y'all missed it. Success is what?
Math.
Please catch that. We went over some numbers over there. If you just walking in, someone will teach you. This is the next half. The most important half. Who's still awake?
Yeah.
How much does your friend make? Some of you have someone who makes $0. Say if you know him. He makes no money, nothing, nada. Penny. What else? Who else? What they make?
40,000.
40,000. Who is that? A school teacher or a construction worker, right? Who else? How much do they make?
30,000.
30,000. What else they make?
120,000.
120. He's IT or something. We need one more because you are the sum total of 5 people you hang around.
75.
80.
25,000. What do they do? Oh, you gotta know. You calling this money out, you gotta know.
200,000.
Your friend makes how much?
200,000.
What they do?
Work in the steel mill.
Steel mill making 200K. Let's get it.
You never home. Never home.
Math real quick. Let's go real quick. Let's do the math. Please add this up.
Oh, shit.
Add this up, please.
Come on, man.
90.
Let's work together, y'all. Let's work together.
Divided by 5.
Wake up. Remember, you gotta shift other people's energy. So your energy has to be able to change when it needs to. 300 what? 390. Divided by 5. What is that? What is that?
78.
Watch this.
Is it?
What is it?
78?
78.
Do you believe in yourself? So what is it?
78.
Is that right?
Yeah. Somebody put the calculator up. It is.
Say it with confidence.
We a team, y'all. Is that right?
Yeah.
78. That's right.
Y'all gotta be able to ride together and fail together all at the same time. And not say nothing. Alright, so 78K is what you're worth. Due to the data. Due to the data, that's how we can assume what you make. Or like DJ Khaled says, they. You heard him say that. So this is the most important part, y'all. These have to change. They have to change. You have to start hanging around people who's making that a day. How do you do that? You have to change the way you think about $145 a month. Because this gives you access. This gives you access to a 7, 9-figure trader. It's your fault if you're not getting your money's worth. You have the access, but only if you're the right person at the right time, you'll use it. Everybody has it. When I was 21 in the hood, I paid my overhead faithfully because this was the only time I could be around positive people. I needed that. That's just me. Your story is different. Y'all with me? So hold on, I forgot to add the dreads, my bad. That was me. We was talking about me. We was talking about me. But I had enough whys to make the change to make this boring stuff make sense. Because you are who you hang with. Now let's talk about the 145 a month. After you change your friends, who's still listening? Say aye.
Aye.
So watch this, y'all. After you change your friends, which is the hardest thing you're gonna do, in what year?
2018.
Because look, let me tell y'all something. I learned this from Aladdin. Who's heard of him? Right? He said you can't help the poor becoming one of them. One of the greatest hustlers there is. Who agrees? Aladdin. You got Princess Jasmine and everything. Seriously. Let's talk about this E word y'all are afraid of, because no one talks about it when you're part of the 95%. You never talk about this when you're part of the 95%. This is 5% conversation right now. Who's listening?
Yeah.
They find a way to get you expenses heavy so you can stay poor. Let's talk about it. What's your expenses? And for the leaders who's going to go home and open their market, this is a part of the presentation. Take this nugget right here, because when you can write on this board what I'm about to write out, everyone will join me. Whether you say IML's name or not. Point this out. What's your expenses?
Rent.
Woo! Hold up. Rent? That sucks. Then we got what?
Mortgage.
All right, what else?
Utilities.
Hold up. Gas. Woo! How much?
Lights.
Light. Oh, somebody said kids. Lord, they expensive.
Child support.
Yeah, that way. Child support. Let's go. Any good dads in the house? All right, just making sure. Checking in, good dads.
Insurance.
Whoa, that's a big one. Who is that you can live without it, right?
Car note.
We got a car note on there?
Spouse.
No car note.
Cell phone.
Whoa, who can live without their cell phone? Nobody. Who can live without it?
Nobody.
Food.
Entertainment.
Food, that's a perfect expense. Do y'all agree? Hold on. Do y'all agree food is expensive? What else?
Spouse. Significant
Is
others.
entertainment really expense?
Oh yeah.
All right, somebody said no. Let's not do it. And are we missing? Spouse. Whoa. Spouse.
Bundles ain't cheap, G.
Spouse.
Like Cord and Gucci ain't cheap.
Hold on. If the church says yes, spouse. All right. What else? Real quick. Healthcare. Am I missing anything?
Cable. Yeah, cable.
Does life insurance count? Is that important to y'all?
Insurance. That's insurance.
All right. Am I missing anything? Is internet expense?
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to call it an interconnect like on Friday. Alright, so this is enough. You see people are suffering, right? Why are they suffering? This is why you come in place. This is why you come in place. This is when the players come alive, right? Do you know why? Because you're an entrepreneur and you can save their life. Why? Because they got one stream trying to pay all these bills. They got one stream of income trying to pay for 20 expenses. When you can teach the human brain that, the third eye opens. And if you was the one to deliver the goods, or like my mentor says, sow the seed, you'll get the harvest. Who wants a big harvest? It's real talk. It's $50,000 a month is nothing to be excited about. Who knows they're worth more? My harvest is from my seeds. I became a better farmer over time.
Good.
It only happened when I stopped listening to people who would throw water on my flame. Who catching it now? Change these 5 flames, you start getting around people who add gas to your flame, and you will set yourself on fire. And that's when you're going to make money. Y'all with me? Anybody got any questions? This is overtime now, T. Hold on now. We good on time? We got to get out of here?
We got to get out of here.
All right, we got 15 minutes. We got 10 minutes. What y'all got? Y'all good?
Want some more, boss?
Hey.
More sauce.
More sauce.
No, y'all good?
More sauce.
All right, so we got to talk about one of your expenses. I told you I was going to pay your bills. What bill we talking about right now?
Oh, well, you missed my bill. We ain't put it up there.
Well, you got to choose from this. Nah, but we gonna talk. We gonna make it public too. We gonna make it public too. Make sure you share the rumor. When it happens, share the rumor. So yeah, so we're family here. Hope y'all can see that. Like, this is the beginning of something huge. Somebody in this room, and it's sad to say, it's just a dad. But only 10 of you took this for real. This moment. Because moments change people's lives. It don't take months to do it. Y'all with me? Yeah. Some people are in the right moment, and you're the right person, and you make the decision. When you make that decision, that W-2 starts looking for you. Cool.